Ayan, so good day ulit sa ating lahat. This is Captain Mark Lester Katunggal, Reserve Philippine Army once more. And this is the second video about my personal vlog concerning my journey towards becoming a commissioned officer in the Reserve Force of the Philippine Army. So this is the second part of the video. So the first video, I shared to you my motivation kung bakit ako nag-decide to join the Reserve Force of the Philippine Army. And the link to that video is on the description below. You can check it. Meron ding mga links of the other videos that I have made so far related to my journey and my experience. So gaya lang na-share ko sa first video, ang second video o this video will be about the entire process in terms of my application process. I don't think I can share everything because that will be very lengthy, no? But I will make sure that I'll be able to share to you the essentials na kailangan nating i-prepare for our application process. So heads up muna, you might hear sounds of chicken, dogs, at saka may mga motor passing by. Andito ako sa province. Relax muna before the official start of our classes. So like what I have shared from the first video, by profession, I am a teacher. I hope this content will be helpful to you and enlightening to you, especially dyan sa mga licensed professionals planning or in the moment already of applying to become commissioned officers in the Reserve Force. Stay tuned. I will again share to you on this video my personal experience in terms of the process when I applied in the Reserve Force of the Philippine Army. And so before anything else, I'd like to start by sharing to you what commissioned officer means. Yung commissioned officer, yung mga tatawag nating opisyal ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas. Meron tayong tinatawag na Reserve Force at saka Regular Force. So doon sa Reserve Force o Regular Force, may tinatawag tayong mga non-commissioned officer o yung mga enlisted personnel. Tsaka meron tayong mga tinatawag na commissioned officers. So yung mga NCO or non-commissioned officers o mga enlisted personnel at yung mga sergeant, private, etc. Yung mga commissioned officers naman, yung mga opisyal, yun yung mga first lieutenant, second lieutenant, captain, major, etc. So, paano ako naging isang commissioned officer? So, when you want to apply to become a commissioned officer, meron tayong tinatawag na different groups. Etong mga groups na yan, depende sa background mo, dun kayo ka-categorize. In my case, because I am a licensed professional, so in my case, because I am a college graduate, I am categorized as part of the licensed professional group. Ibig sabihin, my degree, my experience at work, at yung license ng isang tao na kagaya ko are the documents that I submitted to the Reserve Force of the Philippine Army and are accepted by the Philippine Army as my credentials to qualify me to become a commissioned officer based on the group where I belong. So again, sa group that I belong is what we call the licensed professionals. So heads up po, there are other groups. So example would be public officials o yung mga barangay captain, kagawad, councilors. They can also become reservists or commissioned officers based on their qualifications. So because I'm not oriented of that group, I will not be talking about that in this video. So, like I said, nasa group ako na tinatawag nating licensed professional. So, if you're a licensed professional watching this content, you are a college graduate, and you have sufficient experience at work already, depending on the nature of your work, then you can be qualified to become a commissioned officer. Provided, of course, that you meet the necessary requirements. Now, sa license, my college degree was Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Yung degree ko is a non-board degree. Ibig sabihin, or a non-board program. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang kaukulang PRC license. So, in the case of programs na mga non-board, and since wala siyang PRC examination, wala siyang PRC license, kailangan the alternative is civil service eligibility. So you need to be able to submit that in order for you to be qualified to become a commission officer. Now, if you are a graduate of a degree na may board exam, tapos eligibility from the Civil Service Commission yung isasubmit mo, based on the information that I learned, hindi siya pwede. Another important requirement which I shared in the first video was you must be able to have gained or completed basic military training. Now, in terms of the process, I would actually recommend you to visit your nearest community defense center. Bibigyan kanila ng requirement and express your interest to join the reserve force. Now, isisingit ko lang, if you are a graduate of ROTC already, please bear in mind na actually reservist ka na. It's just that, by default, you become a member of the standby reserve. By default, non-commissioned officer tayo. So usually, after we graduate ROTC, yung rank natin usually private first class, corporal. So depende siya. By the way, in terms of assessing what's going to be your rank, counted po dyan yung ating length of service doon sa ating employer, yung ating qualifications, academic qualifications, do we have master's degree, yung ating age, yung basic military training natin. I would say that the entire process is divided into two main parts. So, yung first part natin is parang clearance. So, andun yung background check tayo. It required me a set of documents. So, separate set of documents. Yun. This second set of documents is the final set of documents. Meron siyang drug test, but I do not recommend that you get drug test right away. Because, from my experience, if the document submitted will be expiring in the next 6 months, if I'm not mistaken, hindi na nila tatanggapin yun. At least that was my experience. Repeat ko lang, if I were to recall or share to you the process, it's going to be two main processes. Yung first is clearance. May set of documents yan. So, you need to submit it. No? So, sa clearance, andun yung background check tayo, tsaka record na din. Pag may reply na yung ating clearance, we are now ready or good to go for the second and final set of documents. So, ito na yung commissionship talaga. In terms of the number of months, I would say almost 3 years. Almost 3 years because in my case, I took ROTC program pa kasi, like what I shared from the first video. It's very important as well, mga sir and ma'am, that you follow it up sa CDC natin. No? Singit ko lang din in terms of the assessment doon sa ating rank. Key players, key factors po yung length of service natin sa ating work, yung academic requirements natin or experience natin. Do we have master's degree? Yung ating age, requirement din po siya. In my case, when I applied for commissionship, I was done as captain. At that time kasi when I applied, if I'm not mistaken, I was 31 years old or 32 years old. Yung major po is, yung age dapat 33 years old. So I was not considered to get that rank because at that time, I was still 31 years old or 32 years old if I'm not mistaken. So yun lang po, patience and anyway, if you are really determined to really to really volunteer and share your skills and talents as a response to the needs of our country, and waiting will not be a problem. So I think that would be all. If you still have other questions, please do not be shy to comment it. I would be very, very happy to answer them back as soon as I can. I hope this is enlightening to you and you wait for the third video. Ang third video natin is deployment. When I say again deployment, like what I shared sa first video, it's going to be about what will happen next after you get to be accepted as member of or as a reservist of the as a commissioned officer of the Reserve Force of the Philippine Army. Uusapan natin yan sa third and final video ko. So I think that would be all. Thank you very much. Stay safe and mabuhay po kayong lahat. At God bless sa ating lahat. And I hope everybody is okay.